4-meter compact SUVs are one of the hottest selling cars in the segment. In fact, in the market. And in 2022, we've seen a couple of them getting upgraded. Today with us is the 2022 Hyundai Venue in a brand new avatar. It gets changes to its exterior, it also gets changes to its interior, as well as features list gets a comprehensive update. My name is Pratik Rakshit and you're watching CarandBike. And before we tell you more about the Hyundai Venue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever we go live with a new automotive video. The exterior of the Hyundai Venue gets a huge overhaul. The company has gone with the design language that is set with the global standards, and so you also get it on the Hyundai Venue in India. Now, starting with the first change that you get is the new alloy design for the 16 inches wheel, which is still same from the previous generation, but this one looks now very cool. Next, you get these 3 elements for the LED DRLs, which is a new element and gives a very muscular stance to the car. The halogen housing is replaced from an LED headlamps now, and it is probably looking for a more modern touch. And at the front you get a new parametric grille. This replaces the cascading grille that you got with the previous generation of the Venue. This is also what you will see in the upcoming Tucson that is coming very soon. So talking about the grille, these chunks, these blocks that you see are very cool at first. Probably it will take time to get used to it, but as time passes, probably this will also grow on you. The bumpers are new, you also get new highlights at the bottom end, and that the entire vibe of the car is very urban. Company is calling this for the younger generation, and we think that will probably work with them. Moving on to the rear section of the car, you get this edge highlight that you get over here with the connecting strip that is entirely LED, and this looks very cool, and probably you might have seen it on a car that is in an upper segment. Anyways, the badging is here, you get the Venue lettering as well, and you also get a chrome highlight at the bottom section. This is the 1-liter turbo engine with the IMT gearbox. The Hyundai Venue now comes with a new dual-tone fiery red with phantom black roof, a first for the car, along with the option to choose from 6 different single-tone paints. As the exterior, even the interior of the Venue gets a bunch of changes that gives it a very youthful vibe. The cabin of the Hyundai Venue is also fresh. There are a lot of elements that are different from the older generation. Let's start with the instrument console. It is an all-digital affair now, replacing the part analog, part digital one that we had in the previous one. You can customize it. Hyundai says that there are customization options as well, so you get to choose different colors depending on whatever your mood is. In the DCT version of the Turbo, the colors can be customized according to the drive mode, as well as it can be individually customized as well. There's also this infotainment system. It is still 8-inch. It is same as the previous one, but the software is now updated and the graphics are much more clearer. It's more sophisticated now. It looks also really nice. So with the Venue, there's also a new feature called Sounds of Nature, and what it does is it gives you the option to customize the sound of the cabin according to different options. When you go into the list, you get to see lively forest, there's calm sea waves, there's rainy day, and a bunch of other options as well. This is completely new and gives a very good feeling when you're inside the car. Now, the other features that you get are Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In this version, it is wired, but the lower trims in which you don't get Blue Link, you get the option of wireless connectivity. There's also wireless charger in all the variants, in the top spec and the mid variants especially. The other major upgrade that you get is 4-way adjustable seating and the option of this integrated air purifier. If you remember, in the previous Venue, it was slotted in one of these cup holders, and now that space is liberated, so you get to keep your cups, bottles, whatever you want. It is now embedded, integrated into the center armrest and works perfectly fine. So you get the electric sunroof, and what else has changed is the theme of the cabin. Instead of the previous all black theme that you used to get, now you get this dual tone black and greyish, which is basically a combination of grey and beige, but it honestly, to us, it looks like off-white. So overall, it gives a very good appeal. It is on the seats, you also get it on the lower section of the dashboard as well as on the side doors. Hyundai is targeting the car for the younger audience and have customized the cabin according to the taste of the millennials. Traveling in the rear seats is also much more convenient now. For those of you who complained about the rear space seating in the Venue, Hyundai has taken note of it, and what they've done is they've changed the seating layout now, and you can see there's a swoop here that gives you extra knee room and extra leg room. What's also new is the first in segment feature, which is a two-step recline for your rear seats, so you can customize it according to your preference. And there's also the provision for these two Type-C fast charging cables for the rear seat passengers. The Hyundai Venue was always a connected car, but with the 2022 update, the company has increased this number to more than 60 connected features, most of which are first in the segment. Shams was kind enough to try out one particular feature.
Open sunroof.
Opening the sunroof.
Hyundai has also introduced Home to Car feature with Alexa and Google Voice Assistant, but due to low network coverage, we couldn't test the real world use. Software updates would be over the air now. Now we've seen the exterior and the interior changes of the Hyundai Venue, and the mechanical changes are however unchanged. It still gets those three engine options, two petrol, one naturally aspirated 1.2, 1 liter turbo that gets a 6-speed IMT and a 7-speed DCT, and the diesel version, which is a 1.5 liter unit that gets a 6-speed manual. Now the problem that we have with these engine gearbox combinations is the fact that there are no automatic transmissions for the 1.2 naturally aspirated unit and the diesel version. Similarly, in the turbo versions, there are no manual options. You get the IMT and the DCT, which is fair enough. I mean, for people who want to opt for automatic or want to go for manual, but what we feel is that Hyundai should have given the provision for automatics in both the 1.2 and the 1.5, and the manual version for the petrol unit as well. Now driving dynamics, handling and everything else is same as before. There is nothing changed. There are no changes done to the suspension, or even any of the gearbox calibration is the same as before, and there's no such huge change that you would probably see in this car. The Hyundai Venue continues to impress us with its healthy efficiency return. The smaller yet powerful petrol unit returns more than 18 km per litre on both its gearbox units, while the naturally aspirated version returns a decent 17 kmpl on its manual gearbox. The larger diesel version is even more fuel efficient with a figure of 22 kmpl, making it one of the most fuel efficient vehicles in its segment. Hyundai has also improved the safety levels on the Venue now. Apart from the 4-star crash test rating from ASEAN NCAP, Hyundai has clothed the car well enough to keep passengers safe. And so now you get 6 airbags, tire pressure monitoring system, brake assist system, hill hold assist, and ISOFIX anchorage for children. And though we doubt there would be any major change to this rating, we hope the company tests the car anyways. The Hyundai Venue is an extremely important product for the company. It clocks more than 44% of its overall SUV sales and contributes to 22% in company's overall domestic sales, more than any other SUV in its portfolio. And now with the 2022 model, the company hopes to increase this. The Hyundai Venue undercuts Tata Nexon by 1,000 rupees and Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza by 31,000 rupees. But Maruti will soon update its hot seller, bringing in a layer of depth to the segment leader. And how can we forget its Korean sibling, the Kia Sonet, which is also expected to get its own set of upgrades pretty soon. So on the whole, the Hyundai Venue is a well-designed, smart urban SUV that ticks many boxes and offers great value. The prices are very attractive, and that also helps explain the 15,000 bookings Hyundai received even before the car was launched. But it is not its prices, but rather for its tech benchmarks, modern styling and build quality, decent ride and handling, comfort and drivetrain options that makes the Venue come across as a winner.